Seconds and counting. The guidance system will go internal at the 17-second mark. Now 25 seconds. We have complete clearance to launch. We are go. 20.
Have you ever wondered how people are able to travel through space?
Leading it off for your Schaumburg Flyers, Brian Schultz.
What the best way is to hit a baseball?
Today, we're going to be sharing with you our Pacific white-sided dolphins.
Or why dolphins can stay underwater.
15 seconds. Guidance internal. 10.
Well, there's a place where you can find the answers to not only these questions,
Engines armed.
but also just about every question about any topic you can name. That place is the library.
Liftoff. We have liftoff at 9:34 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Besides being a great place to learn about sports, different types of animals, outer space, and other parts of the world, the library offers many different types of clubs, workshops, and storytelling groups. And there are some very special people who make this all possible just for you. They're called librarians.
A lot of people think that librarians shelve the books or sit around checking out the books or read books all day, but there's a lot of different things that librarians do.
We're teachers. We spend a lot of time teaching children how to use reference books, CD-ROMs, or the internet.
Sometimes we're entertainers. We spend a lot of time sharing stories with children, either telling them or reading to them.
Our biggest job is finding out what people need to know and then helping them find that information.
Do you know what information is? Information is knowledge. That means to know about or understand something. The more information you have about a certain subject, the better understanding you'll have. Information in the library comes in many different forms. You can gather information from books, magazines, CD-ROMs, videotapes, computers, and the librarians themselves.
Hi, I have a meeting today with Mr. Morning.
Are you Allison?
Yes.
Hold him and tell him you're here. Todd, Allison's here.
Hi, my name is Allison and I'm 10 years old. Now when I grow up, I want to be a librarian. I want to be a librarian because I enjoy reading, I like working with kids, and I love being around people.
Hi, Allison.
Yes.
I'm Todd Morning.
Hello?
Why don't we go this way?
All right, thank you.
Allison, I've talked it over with the other librarians, and what we thought we'd do today is let you spend some time with each one of us, and that way you can see all of the different things that we do. How does that sound to you?
Great.
Great. I think the first thing that we'll do is take a tour of the library.
Okay.
The library is made up of many different areas. The reference desk helps people find the information they are looking for faster. The computer lab allows people to work on special projects. And the program room lets children hear some of their favorite stories. The main part of the library is where all of the magazines, newspapers, computers, and books are found.
So Allison, did you ever realize there were so many parts to a library?
Not really. How do you keep track of everything?
Organization, that's one of the most important skills that a librarian has to have.
Organization means taking different parts of something and making it one. It's kind of like a puzzle. When you start, you have a lot of different parts. But when you organize the pieces, you have one big picture. Librarians keep the library organized with the help of computers. With all of the information that the library has, can you imagine what it would be like if the librarians didn't keep it so well organized?
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Yes, I was looking for a book on dogs.
It's in there.
The library probably wouldn't be a very helpful place to visit, would it?
What skills did you learn in grade school to help you become a librarian?
Reading. Reading is a very, very important skill for a librarian. Not only do you have to learn to read and read well and understand what you read, but you have to love books and information. Part of a librarian's job is to keep the library up to date. We decide what new materials we think people would like, and then we buy them. Every day in this job, there's something for us to read. It could be anything from reviews of CDs or videos to an internet site. If we wouldn't take the time to read or didn't understand what we were reading, we might order things that people will never use. And if people aren't enjoying the things that we buy, then that's really a waste of money that could have been spent on something more worthwhile.
Another important skill for librarians is math. Librarians use math skills to figure out how much money they have to spend on new books, what a person owes if he or she turns a book in late, and to keep track of the amount of materials they have in the library.
What's a typical day like as a librarian?
Well, Allison, every day we deal with a large number of different kinds of people. They come in, they ask us all different kinds of questions, and we have to be able to talk with them to understand exactly what it is that they want help with. And that's where another skill that I learned in grammar school comes in very handy: communication.
Do you know what communication means? Communication means to make information known. Two types of communication skills that you use every day are writing and speaking. Communication skills allow us to express our thoughts, feelings, and information easily and effectively.
Good communication skills also give you the confidence to speak in front of large audiences. And as a librarian, that's very important. One of the most rewarding parts of this job is being able to read stories to children. Brer Fox jumped out from behind a tree and yelled real loud, "Arr!" And when you're telling stories to children, Allison, you want to get them involved as much as possible.
Brer Wolf was so scared that he jumped over Brer Bear.
You want to make it a lot of fun for them and get them involved in the story.
Brer Bear was so scared that he jumped over Brer Elephant.
Do you like it when the librarian reads you a story? Well, if you do, you can do the same thing at home. The next time you check a book out, bring it home and ask your mom or dad to read it to you, like the librarian did.
And the animals didn't have to worry about water no more. The end.
So as you can see, communication skills are very, very important. You have to be able to understand what people are asking you, and you want them to understand everything that you're saying to them.
Are research skills important?
Good research skills are very important for a librarian. We use research in our job in trying to decide what materials to buy. And we need to know the skills in order to teach other people how to best do research on their projects.
Research means to study something closely, to gather information about a fact or topic. You can use research to learn many things. Anything from how yo-yos were invented to why the sky is blue. Research can also teach you things about other countries, different time periods, and famous people in history. The best way to start any research project at the library is with a librarian.
Now, Allison, part of the reason you're here today is to learn about librarians, right?
Yeah.
Well, come with me and I'll show you the best way to get started on your research.
Whenever you ask a librarian for help, try to be as specific as possible. Knowing exactly what you're looking for will give the librarian a better idea of where to suggest you begin your search, and this will save you a lot of time.
Let's look at our computerized card catalog.
The computerized card catalog gives information about what is in the library and where in the library that information can be found. If you don't know how to use any of the computers in the library, don't be afraid to ask the librarian for help. The more you know about how to use the computers, the more quickly you'll be able to gather your information.
You're in luck, Allison. There are 2 books on the shelf specifically about being a librarian.
Once you find what you're looking for, be sure to write down all of the necessary information telling you where it can be found. This will help you find your source of information more quickly and easily.
Allison, was there anything else that you wanted to learn about today?
I'd like to learn more about the history of libraries.
For that, let's go to one of our computers. Let's take a look and see what we can find on the internet.
Do you know what the internet is? The internet is the largest computer system in the world. It's a collection of computers that are connected to share information. Information on the internet can travel around the world in less than 1 second. The internet can give you information on just about any subject imaginable. So if you can't find the information you're looking for directly in the library, the internet might be the next step in your research.
And that's pretty much it, Allison. The more information you can give the librarian, the easier it will be for you to do your research.
As much information as you can learn about librarians from books, computers, and videos, the best resource is still a librarian.
So Allison, do you have any more questions?
How do you become a librarian?
Well, in order to become a librarian, you have to work really hard. First, you have to do really well in all your subjects in grade school.
Once you complete grade school, the next step in becoming a librarian is high school. After you graduate high school, you have 4 years of college, followed by another 2 years of college called graduate school, where you study library science.
And when you earn your master's degree in library science, then finally you're a librarian.
So Allison, let me ask you a question.
Librarian.
Exactly. At the library, the best place to begin any type of research is with the librarian.
What skills are you learning in school that librarians use in their job every day?
Well, Allison, I'd say you're off to a pretty good start to becoming a librarian.
Thanks.
What are some things you can do right now to start preparing to become a librarian?
Well, Allison, it was really nice having you. I hope you learned a lot today.
I did. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for everything.
Okay.
Librarians are one of our community's greatest resources. They help us understand the past and make good choices for the future. From the best way to hit a baseball, to dolphins, to space travel, librarians can help us learn about almost anything. What do you want to be when you grow up?